Everyone really seemed to enjoy my last video covering some of my favorite tips for living frugally, so without any further ado, here are 5 more tips for how to live a more frugal life. We all know cooking from home is a great way to save money, but something you can do to take it to the next level is cooking things completely from scratch. Core ingredients like beans, rice, flour, all dried and in bulk, are even cheaper, and it's so much easier than people realize to make great dishes at home. Not only will it save you more money, but it can make for a great form of entertainment or hobby for yourself or with your spouse or friends or family. And the best part of all of it is that the food is always going to be even more delicious if it's fresh from scratch. There are some things in life that you're most likely always going to need to buy, core essential items like toilet paper, like cleaning supplies, deodorant. A good way to save on those core items is to buy in bulk. Buying things like body wash in multiples, you can end up paying a fraction of the full regular price. I have a dedicated drawer in my bathroom where I keep my back stock of my essential items, and if you want to save even more money, you can actually create your own cleaning supplies or your own soaps to use in the shower. Now, I understand that this is somewhat of a luxury and not everyone is going to be able to afford to buy in bulk up front, but if you are able, it's a great way to save extra money. Just make sure that you're not buying things that you don't really need just because they're on sale. Tracking your spending and finances is a great way to stay on top of and aware of your current financial situation. It's easy to fall into the trap of being afraid to look at your bank account. Stay on top of it though. If you're not aware of the problem, it's only going to get worse. This is also a great way to spot trends of things that you might be able to easily fix without lessening your quality of life. Lifestyle creep is the idea that as your income grows, your spending grows along with it. It's important to combat this as much as absolutely possible. Just because you got that raise at work doesn't mean you should go out and buy a new car or a new house or new clothes. Make sure you're increasing your savings as your income grows and that you're slowly adding in things as you need them, not just because you can. I speak from experience on this after taking a big pay cut so I can freelance and work from home full time. It's a lot harder to walk back an expensive lifestyle than to keep it low the entire time. So just make sure to stay conscious of your spending and don't overextend yourself or your finances. As important as it is not to spend more than you should, it's also important to know when to invest into something quality for yourself or your home. I'm a big advocate and fan of the buy it for life mentality, where you buy higher quality products, you own less of them, and they last longer, and over time they end up being the cheaper option. So even though it's more upfront cost, it's something that's going to last you a lot longer, whereas something cheaper you might have to replace 3 or 4 or 5 times in the lifetime of that one more expensive product. A really great example of this, I saw a Redditor that had bought an off-brand glass baking pan like this one. While it was in the oven on the first time using it, it shattered. So not only did they waste the $5 that they spent on the pan, they ruined a $10 pork loin and had to go out and spend all the money on a new higher quality Pyrex glass pan. I understand that just like the bulk items, this is somewhat of a luxury and not everyone is able to afford those upfront costs. But if you're able and it's worth it, it's something that you should really be considering. But that's all for the tips this time, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this one. As always, leave your best tips down below. Let me know if you want to see another in the series, but I'll talk to everybody later. Have a good one.